Mark Henry, they're having a match. So we did cover the segment where Jerry Lawler challenged Mark Henry to a match on Raw. So that got us a lot of views on YouTube. That was a popular short. Over 1,000 views on YouTube.
What the hell?
Yeah, well, that was a cool scene when Jerry Lawler was talking shit and Mark Henry grabbed him by the lapels. It's like, you want a match? Fine. You want a match? All right. So basically, long story short here, Jerry Lawler just bumped around for Mark Henry like crazy. I have a couple of examples of this to show the peoples. Jerry Lawler did cut a promo before the match. I'm not going to play it. But, oh, by the way, Vlad, I did want to make a comment on this. Mm-hmm. There was 3 WWF shows on this day. There was Superstars in the morning, where where he dropped a cup of coffee on Mark Henry. Then they had Free for All, which was right before the pay-per-view. It was like a pre-show. That's where Mark Henry got slapped by Jerry Lawler. So, okay. Then Lawler cut a promo before the match, but let's see some of the bumping around. So they sent Jerry Lawler out there to make Mark Henry look great, right? That's basically his job here because he's the experienced guy. So here's a crazy. Well, here's him just dumping him on his face on the floor, which I thought was a pretty hilarious bump. Here's him throwing him around. Man, Jerry Lawler's not a small guy, but this is him trying to shoulder bump him, but dropping off onto the floor himself. Doesn't move Mark Henry at all. This is a wicked bump. This is the craziest one I saw. Look at this one.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell? It's Jerry Lawler just getting thrown through the middle of the rope and just falling onto the floor. Like, what the hell, dude? That's
I don't think that was intentional. I mean, I don't think that was the intent of the spot. Most likely, I think that probably was just a slight botch.
No, man, that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to make Mark Henry look like the baddest.
Yeah, sure, but I don't think they wanted Jerry Lawler to fall like that into the guardrail. At least I don't think they did.
Well, listen, when Mark Henry's around, somebody's going to get their ass kicked, and this time it was Jerry Lawler. So there you go. Mark Henry victorious in his opening match. That's not the end of the story. I don't know if you guys saw the afterbirth, where the new Rockers, I don't know this guy's name, Leif Erikson or something?
That's Al Snow, man.
No, that's Al Snow?
Yeah.
Interesting. Al Snow gets thrown over the top rope. Marty Jannetty comes out too. He had a different name. You remember his name? His original name?
Al Snow. Yeah, it was like you said. It was Leaf something. It was something Cassidy. I don't remember. It was something stupid for the whole rocker gimmick that they were putting together. It was another awful stuff. They were still stuck in Vince was still stuck in 1987.
Yeah, I don't know why the Rockers and Triple H even came out. Were they just defending the fact that, hey, you're not a wrestler, we can beat you? I don't know. If they had an alliance with Lawler.
If they had an alliance, why didn't they come out before the match or during the match? Why did they come out after? I didn't get that part either, honestly.
This was an interesting bump from Triple H, flying over the top ropes onto the Rockers. That's like something a small dude would take these days. Triple H in his early days got to pay some dues. Took a top rope bump right there.
For sure.
Not bad, not bad. All right, so that's basically, we'll cover it. So that was Mark Henry's debut match in WWF. Reviews. All right, so I gave it 2 thumbs up because I thought Jerry Lawler did a perfect job putting Mark Henry over. Okay. And what more can he do? What more can he possibly do? And that bump he took going through the ropes, come on. You can't give 2 thumbs up there. I'll give 2 thumbs up for this, man. Jerry Lawler, good job. Vlad and Robert, half thumbs ups. Okay, so half a point.
This is an okay.
This is for completeness' sake.
Match.
It was a squash match.
It essentially was like Jerry Lawler had no chance at all. So I didn't expect this to be competitive at the very least. And I didn't understand why the New Rockers and Triple H came out and attacked him afterwards. That didn't make sense to me either.
But yeah, I agree with you in spirit. Jerry Lawler did do a pretty good job of trying to get Mark Henry over, but was nothing like great about this whole thing that should have been given 2 thumbs up. But yeah, Lawler did what he could, but Jesus, it was a squash match with some way underneath guys coming out after for reasons no one can understand. At least I couldn't. Now, maybe, like you said, maybe this was something on the second or on their secondary shows that made this make sense. But for me, I didn't understand why they were there. So yeah.
All right, cool.